Welcome everyone to Trinity Stadium in Haverhill, Massachusetts, where today the 3-1 Haverhill Hillies are getting set to take on the 4-0 Chelmsford Lions in a Merrimack Valley Conference battle. This should be a battle. Both teams are averaging 37 and 38 points a game. Both teams giving up 20 and 19 points a game. They've each scored 22 touchdowns. They each have stars. And Howie, this star power on Haverhill's side with Brady and Morgan, the running back and quarterback, very potent.
Very potent. Yeah, they run a spread offense. We've seen it with Westford. We've seen it with Drake. And they also have an excellent receiver in Javier. Jordan Javier is an excellent receiver. Number 12, we may be calling his name a lot as well. The Lions secondary has not been matching up very well with the offensive receivers that we've been facing this year. So defensive backs could be in a battle.
I agree. I think it's going to be some points put on the scoreboard today. First of all, I think I should have probably introduced Howie Neal, Bruce Byam, and Rob Rousseau. Rob's a little under the weather, so he's going to try to get through today's game with a bad throat. Rob, this Haverhill team didn't win a football game 2 years ago, but now they're 3-1 and they're improving all the time.
Yeah, we watched them on film, and we're definitely worried about this. First of all, we're playing them again on a Saturday. It's thrown us off. I don't know if the folks know, but Haverhill has a no after dusk policy because of the Triple E threat. And they're running that spread offense. That spread offense, it forces your backs to come up, your defensive backs to come up first and worry about that run. And with their back and their quarterback, that's what's going to hurt us is the run, not necessarily the pass, I think.
I agree with you, Rob. I think you're right. We have a couple of defensive players. The defense is going to be on the spot. It's up to them, I think, today to step up and maybe deliver a victory for the Lions. Our first player, Sean Sorrell, defensive end, fullback. How he's had a good season.
I think we got Pat Healy.
I'm sorry, Pat Healy is first.
Pat Healy, down lineman number 54, has done an excellent job of clogging up the middle during the first 4 games. So I'd like to see him do that today. And as far as the secondary goes, I wanted to add that we've got to be disciplined and read our keys and not go chasing. But Pat does a great job as a down defensive lineman, and we'll hear from Pat and hear what he has to say about today's game.
For CHS TV, Bruce Byam, happy to have as my guest number 18 and now number 54, Pat Healy, the Chelmsford Lions defensive line. Pat, you've been a stalwart along the defensive line this year. Assess your season from a personal perspective.
We all go out there, try to do our best, fill our gaps, make sure we get good areas for the linebackers to come up and make a good play each and every time we're out there. So we've got to keep working on just doing better.
Sean, I thought that Tyler Bassett was one of the best players we'd seen so far this year, the quarterback from Drake. How did you feel about that?
He's very good, very quick kid. He has 2 years left, so he should improve a lot, be pretty good when he's a senior.
What do you expect out of Haverhill this weekend?
I expect a tough game. They seem like they're a good team. They beat Somerville 49-21 in their last game, so it should be a tough game. Good battle.
Pat, you've done a great job from your position in defensive end, defensive tackle. You've certainly shored up the defense for the Lions, and you're going to really be needed against Haverhill on Friday night. I want to wish you a lot of luck as the season goes along, and thank you very much for being my guest,
Thank you
Pat.
very much.
You're welcome. For CHS TV, Bruce Byam, Pat Healy. We are just about ready to go with today's kickoff. I want to introduce our next guest, and it's going to be defensive end and fullback Sean Sorrell. Had a good season, Rob.
Yeah, I noticed Sean last year. He actually, I think he had about a 98-yard run or something from the fullback spot. He's gotten better and better this year, playing both sides of the ball. Look to hear his name called a lot.
Okay, we're going to do our predictions, and then Sean's interview is coming right up. I'll start this week. I know my 2 colleagues have gone first before. I like the Lions 35, right what they're averaging, and they're giving up 20. So I'm going to say 35-20. I'm going to go with the numbers. Rob?
Well, I think our defense might have a step up this week, so I'm not going to allow Haverhill to score more than 14, so I'm going 28-14 Chelmsford.
Good for you, Howie.
Well, I'm vacillating in between. I'm going to go Lions 27, Haverhill 21.
Okay, we've got Sean Sorrell. We've got a highlight package. We've got a kickoff coming up. Craig Robinson, thank you for the camera work. As always, we'll see you with the kickoff coming right up. For CHS TV, this is Bruce Byam. Very happy to be joined today by Sean Sorrell, a fullback for the Chelmsford Lions and also a defensive end for the Chelmsford Lions. Sean, tough game on Friday night with Drake.
Yeah, it was a very competitive game. a lot tougher than I thought it was going to be.
John, you're playing both offensively and defensively. Tough for you?
Yeah, it's a tough game, but I really enjoy playing both ways. Get to play like the whole game.
Carrying a lot of blocking for Jeff. Obviously, Jeff had a great night, so the blocking schemes must have been pretty good.
Yeah, I think it was probably my best game blocking. He rushed for almost 300 yards, so I think we definitely did a good job. Yeah.
And Sean, finally, a big game Friday night, maybe Friday night. We're still undecided, I guess, about the date. With Haverhill, a very improved team. They have two outstanding backs in Morgan and Brady. What do you look for from them?
I expect a good game. Because last week Drake it really a wake-up call for us. I think we got to be ready for anything.
For CHS TV, Bruce Byam, Sean Seralt.
Fourth game of this season, Chelmsford squares off against Drake High School, looking to go 4-0 on the season. To start the game, Drake takes the lead with a beautiful touchdown pass from sophomore quarterback Tyler Bassett to number 88 Jeff Green for a 6-0 lead. After a brutal hit on quarterback Bobby Sullivan, he has to leave the game with a broken wrist, and sophomore quarterback Jack Camsmith comes into the game. Late in the second half, junior running back Jeff Dioria finds a hole and slams his way into the end zone, giving Chelmsford a 7-6 lead, and they wouldn't look back from there. After a successful drive down the field by Drake, they cap it off with sophomore quarterback Tyler Bassett weaving through the Chelmsford defense to score Drake's second touchdown of the game, making the score 14-12 Chelmsford. At the end of the third quarter, Chelmsford has the ball and gives it to junior running back Jeff Dioria, who finds a hole and blasts it up the middle to the end zone for a 40-yard touchdown run, making the score 21-12 Chelmsford. With about 5 minutes left in the fourth, Camsmith takes the snap and hands it off to Dioria, and he bounces outside, getting just enough space to dive into the end zone for his third touchdown of the game, giving Chelmsford a 27-19 lead. With 2:30 left in the game, Drake's Tyler Bassett rolls out and throws a rocket to the front corner of the end zone to number 2, Bryant Tuff, tying the score up with limited time left. After a slip-up by Johnson on a kick return, Chelmsford looks for the win, and here's Bruce Byam with the call.
With a big hole up the middle to the outside. It's a foot race. He's at the 40. He's at the 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, no flags. A 94-yard touchdown run.
With 4 seconds left in the game, Drake has one last chance to score, and senior defensive back Mark Souza comes up with a huge deflection, giving Chelmsford the win, 35-27.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at energysavers.gov.
Lead paint poisoning affects over 1 million children today. Just 3 granules of lead dust can harm your child. If your home was built before 1978, log on to leadfreekids.org.
Welcome, everybody, to Haverhill Stadium. Bruce Byam, Howie Neal, Ronna Berman, and Rob Russo. We're just about ready for the kickoff. The Lions have won the toss. They are going to receive the football to start our football game today. The Lions going with a sophomore quarterback, his first varsity start. Got to be some, I would say, a little bit of butterflies.
Yeah, I think he has some butterflies starting for the first time, although he had a lot of playing time last week, and he held out and did very well, Jack did. Jack Camsmith, number 8. So we'll see how he feels about starting a game, or we will see how he plays starting a game.
The kicker for Haverhill is number 23, Patrick Yale. He'll be kicking it deep to number 42, Jeff Dioria, and number 2, Greg Johnson. This is a Haverhill team that is prolific in scoring. They have they're averaging 38 points a football game. The Lions averaging 37. So both teams are able to put points on the board. And I noticed right away that Mr. Yale has the ball placed in a squib kick position, so it'll probably be some type of a line drive kick. We'll see how deep it goes.
Right, Coach Rich is moving people up, or Coach Foley is.
Here we go. And it is a short kick, and it's going to be picked up by Johnson at about the 25. He comes across the 30 to the 34-yard line.
Nice job. Actually, the squib kick on this, it's an artificial or turf field, so the ball bounces very true, and Greg Johnson did a nice job catching it and picked up decent yardage. We've got good field position on the 35, just about.
1st and 10 come the Lions. The running back is Jeff Dioria. The receivers, Van Gelder and number 4, Zach Lattimore. Camp Smith is the quarterback. Jack is a sophomore, played with poise last week against Drake when they needed him to, almost the entire second and quarter and second half. First play of the football game. He fakes the handoff, he rolls, he has a receiver, and it's caught and taken close to first down yardage.
St. Hilaire on a little slide route out to the flat, picked up about 9 yards, perhaps a first down. We're waiting to see if, yes, they are giving him the first down, just about a 10-yard gain.
So a nice start for Jack Camp Smith, and St. Hilaire's 4th reception of the season takes the ball to the 45-yard line where it's 1st and 10.
Haverhill is playing very tight. I think they are inviting Camp Smith and Coach Rich to throw the ball.
And after looking at the Drake game, I'm sure they felt that he did not throw it, and maybe the Lions would start with him not throwing it today. Johnson is in motion. The handoff is Dioria. He's got a hole to the outside. He takes it across the 50 into Haverhill territory to the 48-yard line.
And good job up front there blocking Jake Murphy, 76. Cody Merrill, number 65. Good block in there by Sean Serrault, leading. And downfield, Greg Johnson did a nice job.
Let's give him 7 on the play, 2nd and 3. Just underway in the first quarter, the first drive of the football game. Beautiful stadium here now, field-wise in Haverhill, putting the finishing touches on the stands, but the field itself is nice. Hand off the other way this time, and avoiding a tackle at the line of scrimmage, and coming up, I think, first down yardage is Dioria.
Yeah, yes. Tackle by number 2,
Josh Noel.
Josh Noel.
Coming up from his secondary position. So that's a 1st and 10 for Chelmsford. The ball is at the 44-yard line.
I'll credit Eric Van Gelder for nice holding his block out there in the perimeter to give the Lions a chance to get that first down.
Haverhill has changed sides of the field. They're on the opposite side of the field from what we're used to when we come down here. Lions are on the near side. Straight handoff, that's Serrault. There's nothing there. So they stoned him right at the line of scrimmage. Let's see, number 68. 68 is the captain for Haverhill, and that's Dan Burrows making the stop. No gain on the play, 2nd and 10. Now, I think that's what Haverhill would certainly like to do, is put Camp Smith in passing situations, Howie.
I think so. They would like to get the Lions to throw. You have an inexperienced quarterback starting for the first time, but I don't think that's a problem for Jack.
Haverhill is in a 4, looks like 4-4. It's a handoff to this side, gets a good block, and a stiff arms to the 41-yard line. It's a pickup of 3 yards on the play.
Nice hustle by Ben Malisi, the center, getting out there to help block on the perimeter.
So the Lions are faced with their 3rd first down test of the game. They're at the 41-yard line of Haverhill. It's 3rd down and 7 for the Lions. I think the Lions certainly would like to maintain possession of the football against Haverhill's offense in this football game. Fake to Dioria, looking for the out to Dan Gelder, and he has it for the first down. What a beautifully timed play.
Right, nice time there. Nice timing between Jack and Eric. For a while, I thought Van Gelder was just trying to clear out this area and have someone come in underneath, but then he made the out cut, and Jack had already put the ball in the air, so there was nice timing there. Good catch. Good throw and catch.
That's his 17th reception of the season. That takes the ball to the 29-yard line. That's a pickup of about 12 on that play. First and 10, Chelmsford. Offset eye to the left. They run it that way. Peoria tries to outrun the corner, gets the corner at the 20, at the 15, and taken out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
And we have a flag, Bruce,
Yep.
right at the tackle. So it may have been a face mask or something.
So we're going to wait on that one. How we picked up that flag down. Here's the replay.
That's the
that was-
replay of the pass.
Here we go. Oh. Face
Face
mask.
mask, yeah.
Okay, it is a face mask. Good call, partner. That's going to put the ball inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, they may be going about half the distance.
And they're going to place it at just about the 7-yard line. We'll call it the 7. And it is first and goal for the Lions at the 7.
Nice drive by the Lions so far. Started on their own 35.
Good speed by Dioria, able to get away from the pursuit.
He has shown a nice ability to bounce things to the outside when the hole has not been there.
Stack guy for the Lions. Dioria again breaks one tackle, takes it across the 5 to the 4-yard line. Second and goal at the 4.
Haverhill did a nice job of closing down the off tackle there. Their defensive end to catch his number in the next alignment. I think it was 40, number 40.
And that would be Andy Marcotte. Here's the replay.
I'm wrong. It was number 17.
17 it
They had a
was, yes.
stunt coming on from the outside, from their outside backer.
So we'll give Tommy McGuire the credit for that.
Tommy's lined up in that same area again.
Stumbles.
There's the
He's
fake.
looking for the
There's
toss.
Rubito.
There's St. Hilaire.
Oh, he
and
had-
it's just over him. Had Rubito too.
He had Rubito. They had a stunt on the
Yeah.
same defense, and Rubito was wide open, short. Nice, easy throw and catch for Jack there, but he was looking for everything in one gulp. You'll see Rubito going out in the flat, number 44, if they show the. Nope. All right.
So Roth has come into the football game, replacing Rubito.
Little inexperience shown by Jack.
Yeah.
He didn't see 17, their outside DB lined right up on the line of scrimmage. He's got to anticipate stunt. Same look over there on that side now.
They're coming to the left, I bet this one. No, they're going to run right at him. Dioria stopped at the 4. So Haverhill has stiffened its defense, and a nice job by Captain Dan Burrows. He was all conference last year, and he's showing you why.
Yeah.
We're going to send Kalender into the game. It looks like a field goal attempt is coming up.
Here's the replay. And slowed down by number 2 for
Josh Noel.
Josh Noel.
So Kalender is going to kick this from about the 12. This will be a 22-yard field goal. The wind is really not a factor at the moment. It's just pretty peaceful out there.
Right, it had calmed down. It was blowing from left to right, so we would have been kicking into it earlier.
Low snap,
Bad
it's
snap.
fumbled. Kick is blocked, and that was a mess right from the start. So
Yep.
Haverhill is going to take it over at the 15-yard line. The Lions had first and goal at the 7 and didn't get there. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. First play of Haverhill's football game is a completed pass to the outside. The pass from Tommy
Morgan.
From Morgan to
Number 1.
Piero Garcia picks up 7 on the play. 2nd and 3. Haverhill is in a hurry up. They come right to the line of scrimmage. They have 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. They hand it to Burrows. Brady, and Brady has big yardage straight up the middle. He is a very fine running back. Picks up the first down out to the 34-yard line. He had 22 touchdowns last year and 1,600 yards rushing, so he is the real deal.
Yep.
First and 10, ball at the 34-yard line. Brady tosses, wide open receiver in the flat. They like to pitch and catch and let the receivers do the job. That was number 80, and that's John Ramsdell. And he picked up
5.
6 yards. He's to the 40.
Just a quick hook.
And I've noticed in their films, here it is again, folks.
All right, not 5 yard.
Yeah, just goes out and sits down.
Yeah.
Rabito there on the tackle. One of the tacklers. Did the Lions take a timeout here?
Must be a 30-second timeout. Coach Sousa's just talking to Chris Marino.
So Haverhill, as advertised, will move the football, and they love to go through the air. And as soon as you set up for the pass, they run Mr. Brady. And he's a fine back. Their loss came to Tewksbury a couple of weeks ago. They've beaten Malden, Somerville, and Peabody. All right, we're going to give them 7 on that. It's 2nd and 3 from the 40. Haverhill again has 4 receivers, 2 left, 2 right. They put Copeland in motion. They hand it to Brady, and he dives for the first down at the 45. Rabito on the tackle.
Yeah, he ran right into the soft spot of the defense when they motioned the slot across. Sorrell went with him, and the handoff to Brady, he saw that and went right where Sorrell had left.
1st and 10, 45-yard line. And their only loss, as I said, was to Tewksbury, but they kind of gave that game away. They had quite a few turnovers. Here's a wide-open receiver in the flat. He avoids one tackle, and that is Shane Roach.
Right, and tackled by Tony Marino. I'm sorry, Chris Marino.
That's a gain of 9. So Brady is perfect on the afternoon. He is finding his receivers, and they know what to do with it.
They're taking what the Lions are giving them. And
Brady looks over the defense.
I think they'll go back to a Brady carry.
This is fumbled it, and the ball's on the ground. And let's see who has it.
Colicchio is pointing Lions, but
they would normally do that, so we'll wait and see. Chelmsford has the football.
All right.
Wow, they stopped the drive. And that's what they did against Tewksbury. They would drive the ball. That was Rabito.
Yep.
1st and 10, Chelmsford. At the 44-yard line. So the defense does its job. Little help from Haverhill, and Chelmsford is back on offense. Here's the replay.
All right, here's the replay. We'll see who picked up the fumble. Can't see in the
scrum
in the mass there.
Too many people.
Yeah.
I thought it was Rabito, but I'm not positive of that. 1st and 10, Chelmsford. Their 2nd possession of the football game. This time the Lions spread it with only Dioria, the running back. They fake it to him, looking for Van Gelder underneath, and it's caught. Short gain.
On the catch.
Lecken is the
Lecken,
right.
me.
I had to apologize to Devin this week.
Right.
And I'm going to absolutely make it Devin Lecken from the rest of the season. Nice catch by Devin. That was his 3rd catch of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Pick up a 4, 2nd and 6.
Jack's gonna. Yep.
Same set for the Lions. Maybe going to air one out to Johnson this time. Look for the quickie. Wasn't there, so Camp Smith pulled it down. Nice job. Gain a yard. 3rd and 5.
Yeah, looking for the slant to Van Gelder, but number 2, Noel, was right in his right in his line, so he pulled it down and picked up a couple, but the Lions face 3rd and 6.
Here comes Andre Van Gelder. Saralt into the game. Andre was doing some quarterbacking this week. So he's the next guy in line, I do believe. Camp Smith out of the pistol. Good snap. Rolls right. Tosses Van Gelder, first down. Boy, does he know how to get open.
Yeah, and it was a nice throw by Jack there. Van Gelder's running a good disciplined pattern, forced the defensive back at his heels, and then made the outcut and got enough for the first down. Here's the replay, top of the screen, and he keeps his feet in bounds as he makes the catch, make sure he has the ball. First down.
They're at the 44-yard line. This is a 30-second timeout by the Lions. Rob, jump in here. Observations so far.
We talked about how Haverhill's a tough team. They're 3-1 coming in. I heard you talking about the Tewksbury game. They're playing people tough. Chelmsford, once again, driving the ball, get down to the red zone, not coming away with a score. That's kind of tough for us. We got to put those away. I think this is going to be close. Our predictions might be way off.
And as always, words of wisdom and good observations. It is now a 1st and 10 for Chelmsford at the Haverhill 44-yard line. Howie Neal, Ronald Berman, Rob Russo, Bruce Byam.
Haverhill's loosened up their defense from what they started with. They've backed some people off the line now because the Lions have been hurting them with pass.
Dioria, straight ahead, short gain. Couple of yards to the 42-yard line. Only going to give them one on this, so it's going to be 2nd and 9.
It's a hot day here for October 6th.
It's very humid. Absolutely, Howie.
Yeah.
I'm perspiring. These kids must be. Definitely.
I got to make sure they're drinking fluids when they're over on the sideline in between.
Boy, it's probably one of the hottest October 6th. Van Gelder in motion. Handoff. Dioria bounces to head to the 35-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and about a yard. Out 7 for Dioria.
Lions are having a little more success running left against this Haverhill defense.
Here it comes on your screen.
Here's the replay. An ISO. Good pickup by Sean Sarraud. Picked up the scraping linebacker. Sealed it off to the inside.
Devin Lecken there with a nice block, too. Sealed the corner a little bit. It's 3rd and 1. Lions are in the stack eye full house backfield with Dioria the tailback. Dioria the football, first down. Across the 35 to the 31-yard line.
Good takeoff by the Lions offensive line on that side there.
Absolutely.
We've got John Morris at left tackle, number 77. Got Jack Ashley, I believe, 55, is in at left guard.
This is a rapidly moving first quarter. There's the replay of the first down.
As you mentioned, Devin Leakin is doing a good job at tight end.
Lecken.
I'll keep it. Sorry.
Just say Devin. Fake.
Here's
Toss,
Robito. Look out.
And nice job by Cam Smith to fight that off. Once again, Robito was there, but so was the Haverhill defense.
Right, excellent job by number 27 for Haverhill. He's the one that got his hand up and knocked the pass down.
Kuia'ata. Easy for you to say, I'm sure. That's a tough name to pronounce. I hope I'm saying it correctly. It's a 2nd and 10 now for Chelmsford. Minute 10, as you can see on the screen. This is sort of a 2 drives that have been really grind them out drives.
They have been.
Looking for the out. Looking for Johnson. And it's just overthrown.
Just off the fingertips.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah.
Looking for number 2, Greg Johnson. It's going to be 3rd and 10 for Chelmsford.
If you're going to miss, you want to overthrow on the side.
Yep.
Absolutely.
That was not a big miss, that's for sure.
No.
That was close.
Just out of the fingertips.
Okay, Dioria and Lecken come out of the football game. Lattimore, Johnson, Van Gelder in the football game. And Robito there to block for Camp Smith.
Dash right. No, screen.
Screen. And it's caught and almost picked up, but caught by Johnson. Johnson's looking for face mask there, but he's not going to get it. That's only a gain of a yard. It's going to be 4th down at the 29. Here it is.
Replay screen. Look for Johnson coming inside. A couple of defenders were pretty pretty alert and stayed right on the line of scrimmage and helped break that up.
He thought maybe Mr. Burrows was a little late on that hit.
I thought it was a little late.
Close. It's a 4th down. Van Gelder is at the top of the screen. They're looking that way. Nice block by.
He's got the corner.
Oh, he could run. He's got a catch.
Yeah, 1 foot in
And
bounds.
1 foot is in bounds.
Yes.
Completed. And that's Greg Johnson. Greg's 17th catch of the season. The Lions, Rob, seem to be really good on 4th down.
Yeah, it's really something we practice a lot.
Here's a replay.
It's almost like a 2-minute offense. You go into our spread.
This is a dash.
And we spend an awful lot of time 7-on-7 here, rolling out. Good block by Rapido. I think we got away with something. If you look at it pretty close, Howie, I think we got away with one.
You think so? I was thinking that Johnson's left foot was in bounds. His left foot, I think, was in. He dragged the left foot.
Close.
It was very close.
Very close.
Yeah. Upon further review,
Yes.
the play stands.
It's at the 18-yard line, 1st and 10.
Direct snap to Johnson.
And Johnson takes the ball straight ahead. That was Camp Smith taking the
it
ball
was.
straight ahead.
Pardon me.
But nothing at all. In fact, maybe a loss of a yard back to the 20, so it's going to be 2nd and 11 now.
Yeah, they ran a what I would call a QB ISO there with Rapido leading in the hole. That's the quarter, folks.
So a rapidly moving first quarter, scoreless first quarter, and the Lions will have it 2nd and 10 at the 20. And it's certainly been a defensive battle. We'll take a break and see what the Lions do.
Anne-Marie Fiore, Director of Technology and Information for the Chelmsford Public Schools.
And I'm Frank Tiano, the Superintendent of Schools.
Please join us for Inside CPS at 9 a.m., 12 p.m., 3 p.m., and 6 p.m. here only on CTM Ed.
And for those of you unfamiliar with Inside CPS, this is the show that takes you inside the Chelmsford Public Schools, where we highlight our students, our staff, and the outstanding program that we have here for our students in Chelmsford. Before we go, I'd like to say, go Lions!
Second quarter action about to start. The Lions have it 2nd and 11. They're at the 20-yard line of Haverhill. Camp Smith fakes the handoff, looks for a receiver, has that man again. Van Gelder down to the 12-yard line. It's going to be a pickup of, we'll say, 8.
6?
Well,
Eight.
it was 2nd and 11, so about 7. It's going to be out of bounds. Completion again. Ronna, how many catches for Van Gelder? Any number on that? About 5?
5 or 6.
Okay.
Yep.
3 receptions?
Really?
Okay. That's why we have Ronna, because I can't count. Rob helps too. Absolutely. He was right.
Behind. Look out, Jack.
And Jack Campsmith gets the first down.
Gets the first down. Did a nice job.
It's going to be 1st and goal. He was being really pursued, as Howie said, from behind.
I got carried away and started yelling from up here, look out. But Jack had the eyes in the back of his head at that time, felt the pressure.
They're at the 8-yard line where it is 1st and goal at the 8. The second time the Lions have been there. Let's see what they do with this one.
What I've noticed is and it may just be that the Lions' offensive line hasn't been consistent at taking off. They've shown spurts of really exploding off the ball and getting movement, and other times they're kind of taking the play off and not really driving.
Offset eye with Dioria, the tailback. Dioria, the football. This time he's at the 5 where he's met. Thought that one was maybe going to go, but a nice tackle by number 2, Josh Noel. He's been a force also.
Yes, that was a time when I think Jeff could have kept it inside, but he got used to bouncing it to the outside, so he kind of predetermined that's what he was going to do.
Here it is. You'll see what Howie's
talking about. See in the replay here. We were kicking out that man. He had him turn to the outside, and Jeff tried to go out again.
2nd and goal at about the 5-yard line. They're going to try to throw it again. Cam Smith can keep it, and he's going to get to the 3.
Yeah, good job by Jack. They had a soft corner there.
Serra on the tackle. It is 3rd and goal. They've marked him at just about the 3-yard line.
Serra, number 8, is like a free safety. He had to come up from the safety spot about 10 yards deep to make the tackle on Jack, but Jack did a good job there.
Okay, Coach, what do you call here? It's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal. I'm going to go stack eye. Well, they're going to go with the straight eye.
Yeah, 2 backs. Serrault, the up back. Camp Smith, close.
He's
Camp
in.
Smith, touchdown.
Nice job.
2nd touchdown of the season for Jack Camp Smith. The Lions go on the board at 6-0 at 9:39 of the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice drive by the Lions there. They started on the about the 40.
Just about.
Just about the Haverhill 40, and then the turn of the quarter there. So yes.
That was a good line surge there.
Much better. The play before was good.
Yep.
And that line surge was good.
Jack Ashley, one of those people helping out. Now Charlie Kalenda will attempt to add his 13th PAT of the season. Got to get the snap down.
There we go.
Good snap. Ball down. Kick up. Kick
Very
is
close.
a flag.
Though. It was good.
Kick was good, but there's a flag.
Did we have a roughing on the kicker, I believe?
And if that's the case, it'll be 15 yards on the kickoff. The teams have come back up the field, so yeah, it is roughing the kicker. So that's going to help the Lions. 7-0, Chelmsford scoring first. We'll take a break.
Lead paint poisoning affects over 1 million children today. Just 3 granules of lead dust can harm your child. If your home was built before 1978, log on to leadfreekids.org.
All right, here's a replay of that kick, and you see the good snap. A little slow getting it off by Charlie, and you can see he gets hit by the rusher there, number 2, I think it's Noel.
Yeah, he got planted, so that's going to be a 15-yard penalty.
However,
we're going the wrong way here, ref.
No, we're kicking.
Oh, we're kicking that way. That's right. That's right.
We've had problems with we've had leakage on the offensive right side on our PATs. Lawrence blocked one from that side a couple of weeks ago. Drakeit was pretty close at blocking a couple too.
So the Lions' second drive pays off in a touchdown, a 3-yard run by Jack Campsmith, a point after by Charlie Kalenda, and he will kick it off now.
It'll be a little bit of a pooch kick here because he's got the extra 15 yards.
And he line drives it, and it's knocked down and covered. Oh, there's a break. It's going to be inside the 10.
Yeah, about the 8-yard line, covered by number 26.
And that happens to be Josh Diori.
All right, not a bad. Good job by Josh, because that ball was floating around, rolling around. He's going to
did what he was coached to do. All right, the Lions on defense for the second time. The first one ended in a Haverhill fumble.
All right, let's see what Tom Morgan, number 7.
Tommy Morgan, yes.
Captain.
And Chance Brady, number 3. Brady is directly behind Morgan. He has the football, and he gets outside for a little bit. He gets it to the 14-yard line. Nice job by Mr. Brady.
Yeah.
Dowry and Chris Marino there.
We had an opportunity to slow him down near the line of scrimmage. Again, we got to wrap up. We did a lot of reaching and grabbing last week, against Drake, and against this back, I don't think that's going to be effective.
2nd and 5. He's a steamroller. The coaches said this week that they are very afraid of his ability to break long runs. Morgan fires deep, has a receiver, and it's off the fingertips.
Oh, no.
We've got a flag, and that's a very interesting call.
That is an interesting call.
They're going to call pass interference, but boy,
I didn't think the contact came until he touched the ball.
Rob, what do you think?
I'm not sure I would have made that call.
Let's see the
Here's
replay here, if we can. We don't have. Pretty tough to see.
Oh, the left hand was on his side.
Yep.
Whether he was
Sweeney's
pulling it or
left
not,
hand.
that's what the ref saw.
Yep, he saw Matt timed it perfectly, but had his left hand on the back of the receiver, and that's why we had the pass interference call.
And I can see why the referee made that call.
Yep.
It's definitely one that you would expect probably to get called. That's a gain now out to the 30-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10 Haverhill. They're out of that big hole that they were in a couple of plays. Oh, it's a
Bad
high snap.
Ball
and
bounces
the ball
around.
is loose. And who's going to get this one?
No, it's going to be 3rd down, so they're saying 2nd down. They're saying so. Haverhill must have recovered, but back to the 10.
Yeah, that was Brady that was able to cover it, number 3. We'll see. You'll see a high snap coming up here. It just went right over the head.
And Morgan is tall. He's about 6'3" or 6'2". Here's the snap and the replay here. You can see how quickly that went over his head and bounced around. A couple of Lions had a chance, but Brady was able to cover it.
They list him at 6'3". It's 2nd and 30 now. And they're back to about the 15. They hand it off inside, and the Lions are right there to stop Mr. Brady. No gain on the play. It's going to be 3rd and about 30 now. Let's see the Lion there. One of the Lions there to make a stop. Number 7 for the Mark Souza. Pat Healy comes back into the football game. I think you kind of have to watch the flanker screen, or it's some type of a screen pass here now.
Yeah, and I'd focus on, the top of the screen, number 12, or to the left of your screen, you could just see his foot. Now you can't see him at all, but he's maybe a primary receiver.
Underneath,
nice coverage.
Nice coverage.
Yeah.
Going to be 4th down now. The Lions should get decent field position out of this.
Chris Marino, good job in that coverage there.
Van Gelder will be back to receive the punt.
Here's the replay. Look for.
There it is.
There's the tail end of it, but Chris, you can see, was right there on the coverage on number 5, Roach. Punter is Javier, the sophomore receiver.
Javier takes it, booms it. It's a real nice kick. This is Van Gelder at the 40 and sets up the sideline, takes it to the 30. And nice return by Eric Van Gelder. One of the things Bruce Rich talked about to me this week, Howie, was how pleased he was with Van Gelder's returns this year.
Yes, he's shown good judgment as to when to field, when to let it go, and when to call fair catch. And that right there, he had plenty of opportunity to return it because we had some good blocking in front of him, and he had that sense to catch it and then go. He didn't have to fair catch.
And I told him there was absolutely, because he's a basketball player, and of course he's going to have
good hands.
Good hands. That's right. First and 10 for the Lions at the 30-yard line of Haverhill.
Haverhill's in their 8-man front, their 4-4 look.
Toss, quick slant to Van Gelder, takes it across the 25 to the 22-yard line.
Yeah, nice job, nice throw and catch by Jack to Eric. And you can see that setting up the little slant and corner route. Here's the slant. Jack sets up very quickly, 3-step drop, fires. Tackled there by Noel, number 2.
I love those pink long socks that it's easy to pick him out.
Yes, yeah.
You can find him. He might not, the way it started, he might not trade those in either. Lattimore in motion. Dioria, hole, first down.
Yeah, nice job there, offensive line. Morse, Ashley.
Lions are doing what I would call a very effective job of mixing the run and the pass in this football game.
Yeah, here's the replay. 55-77, double team. Serault leads through the hole, backs the linebacker up. Jeff Dioria stayed with his blocks that time. Good job.
Ashley and Lecken who made that play.
Devin Lecken.
First and 10 at the 19. Dioria bounces outside. He's at the 15, cuts it inside at the 5 to the 2.
Nice job, excellent block at the hole. Serault, good job. And then downfield, Greg Johnson occupied that secondary, that defensive back, did a good job. You'll watch the replay here. This is a long time for Greg Johnson to be blocking. I haven't seen him yet there. Well, he just got rid of the guy there, and then there was pursuit from the backside that got Jeff, but we're down to the 2-yard line, first down and goal.
First and goal for the Lions. Matt Rabito, who couldn't play last week, is back into the game in the stack guy. He is recovered. Serault is the up back. Camp Smith may keep it himself. Nope, he's going to hand it to Dioria, and he is close, but not there. He's to the 1.
He's to the 1, yeah.
So it's going to be second and goal.
Haverhill showed a good stout defense there. They didn't allow the Lions to take a good surge. They stopped the Lions on the 1. Actually, that's just inside the 2.
Yep. Not much at all, if anything.
See in the replay, a lot of Haverhill Hillies around the ball carrier there.
Running straight at Burrows in the middle is a tough task.
Yeah.
Might have to go one way or the other away from him.
Burrows is lined up on the yard side, the 1-hole area, and the Lions
run at him, and touchdown, Dioria.
Yes.
His 11th touchdown of the season. The Lions go on top by a score of 13-0.
Right, here's the replay, and this time they ran right at Burrows, and they kind of pick a side. Burrows, they burrowed him down inside.
They buried him.
They did.
Yeah, literally buried him.
Yep. Yeah, and that sometimes you have to run right at that person instead of letting him pursue.
Kalender on to try to add the extra point. Out of the hold of
Mike Colicchio.
Ben Malisi, the snapper.
The last hold and snap were good. Another good one.
Kick is up, and it looks good. And the Lions have the first 14 points of the football game. So another drive off a short punt. They only went about 30 yards for that touchdown, but that's all he needed to go.
Van Gelder had a good return to help set that up.
We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Bruce Baum, Howie Neal, Rob Russo, Ronna Berman from Haverhill. The Lions have just scored, and Charlie Kalender is set to kick it off. And Howie just said to me, don't be surprised if you see Haverhill really air it out now, and I think that's probably what's going to happen. Nice high end-over-end kick. Garcia has the football to the outside, and he's taken down at about the 25-yard line. Good coverage.
Good coverage by the Lions, and Garcia didn't look like he wanted to run with authority there. He was saying, let me get to the sideline.
Marino and Susan there bearing down on him, and I think you're absolutely right.
Yeah,
he looked like, where's that white stripe over there?
Right, I got to hear the whistle. I don't want to get hit. It didn't didn't look like he wanted to run. He's in there. He's in there in this series.
Yeah. It's it's about the 26-yard line. First and 10, Haverhill. We have 4:38, as you can see, to play. Quarter number 2.
I was looking for Javier. He's not in there in this offensive set, number 12.
Handoff to Brady. He's a threat to break it anytime he touches it. He takes it out to the 34-yard line. This is the 36th game in this series with Haverhill. The Lions lead it 31-5. But Haverhill's been playing well as of late. And a snap, the ball is snapped and he wasn't looking. Another mistake. Oh, that could have been late. Woo.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I thought we'd have a flag on that.
Morgan
is hurt.
Yep.
Thought there might be a flag on that, but I guess not.
Morgan is up. Rob, they're having communication problems.
Yeah, that ball was snapped, and back and quarterback were kind of looking around to see what they were going to call. Yeah. And close game like this, you can't make mistakes. You make a mistake. They had a fumble like that the previous series, set up the punt, and then a touchdown for Chelmsford. You capitalize on a few of those mistakes, and Haverhill will be out of the game.
Yeah, they got it right. You've got a great point, Rob. Here they are, third and 100, I'll say, but 3rd and 30 or so, and Haverhill's called a timeout. They got to get things squared away. I'm sure the coach is talking to their offensive center, saying, "Hey, you got to know the snap count, and Morgan, you have to be ready. Don't say the wrong thing that might precipitate the snap."
Interesting, because he's a 3-year starter. He started as a sophomore, and these are kind of the mistakes you probably would not anticipate happening.
Right.
But it just goes to show that mistakes can really make a big difference in a football game. It's going to be 3rd, and as Howie said, all the way to Chelmsford, I think, for yardage.
Well, they're on the 5, and they need to get to the 36, so we're talking 31 yards.
31 yards. And does
Morgan's looking at
Morgan
his wrist
stay
coach
in the
to
game?
get the
He
play.
does.
Yep.
Okay, he's okay. That's great.
Tom just called Jimmy and Tom.
And he may just be handing this one off.
This
and
was
he is. And it's stuffed by the Lions. And Brady had nowhere to go. Rabito right there. Serrault right there.
And I think Morgan turned the wrong way, almost missed the handoff to Brady.
Maybe still
There's
got
a replay. If you watch him here, he turns around.
He did.
It was, unless he was, I don't know, the handoff was better than I first thought. So,
but boy, it sure did look like he turned the wrong way.
Now Javier has to be careful of not stepping back on the white line. He's awfully close.
Javier, the punter. He kicked a good one the first time. Van Gelder to receive it. And he shakes this one, not as good. And Gelder is going to let this go as he should. It's at the 30-yard line again. The Lions will start at 1st and 10.
Looks like
3:19.
3:19 on the 29-yard line. It's inside the 30. So the Lions have great position to get another score with the time remaining.
As I was saying, this is the 36th game of the series. The Lions lead it 31-5. Bruce Rich is 13-2 against Haverhill. And Haverhill's head coach, Timmy O'Connor, in his 3rd season, has definitely made improvements in this program.
He has. Haverhill looks very well drilled. They're playing with enthusiasm. The pregame, they were very organized in how their warm-ups went, and they look like they are enjoying themselves out there. They've had 3 wins out of 4 games, so that's always a plus. And they're playing hard. They've had a few miscues here that have set up
couple of mistakes
scores.
that have really set them back.
Otherwise,
absolutely.
We could be looking at a 0-0 game here.
Camp Smith hands it to Dioria. Tries to turn the corner and cannot.
24 on the tackle.
And that is Stephen Bristol, number 24.
Nice play by Bristol. He was unblocked and came in, filled in a gap in the B or C gap on the left side of the offensive line and was able to pull down Dioria in the backfield for a loss.
Lions have taken a 30-second timeout. They would certainly love to put one more score on the board here and really put Haverhill. They're a quick strike offense, so 2 touchdowns is nothing.
Interesting, the 30-second timeout. Coach Rich doesn't talk to the quarterback.
Well, he's a sophomore.
Yeah, I guess.
He figures
he's
can't
got to earn his
them.
stripes.
That's right.
He can.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, he talked to his 4 receivers. But,
Timmy Joy talked to me last week about playing at BC, and he said the first drill they went through, the coach corrected him, defensive coach, and Timmy said, "Yes, sir." And the coach said, "Don't you talk to me, don't you talk to me," and overthrown Van Gelder. And he said the coach hasn't spoken to him since. So I guess the freshmen have to earn their stripes.
I guess, yeah.
It's going to be 3rd and 15 now. The Lions.
Here's a replay. Jack rolling out to the right. After, this was a Dioria carry in the tackle in the backfield by Bristol. The Lions 3rd now and about 15.
That was probably not the best, maybe the worst throw that Jack's made in the football game.
Yeah,
wanted to be careful with it, too.
He had his hand under the ball instead of on top, and so the ball kind of sailed on him that time.
Lions go deep, set up a screen. Cam Smith taken down at the 50.
All right.
Andy Marcotte, the tackler. So Haverhill stood up when they needed to.
Yeah, not a bad play by Jack. Screen was covered. He wasn't able to find anybody else. He had to, instead of just throwing it up and possible interception. So although he lost big yardage, it wasn't a turnover. Now he's probably called a 30-second timeout or maybe a full timeout, and he's talking to him. But
they're letting the clock run.
Okay.
The Lions want the clock to go. This
is a punt anyway from
Todd Dowry.
Yep. Single receiver back deep, number 17.
Is Tommy McGuire. Low snap, but Dowry has plenty of time. It's a big spiral. McGuire.
Good coverage.
Good coverage.
Nice tackle, Chris Marino.
Chris, yes it was.
On about the 12-yard line.
We'll take a break. Be right back with the last 2 minutes.
Today is Saturday.
60 minutes of physical activity a day and eating well can help get your child healthy. Get ideas. Get involved. Get going at letsmove.gov. That's letsmove.gov. 60 minutes of physical activity a day and eating well can help get your child healthy. Get ideas. Get involved. Get going at letsmove.gov. That's letsmove.gov.
We are back. Bruce Byam, Howie Neal, Rob Russo, Ronna Berman. It's a quick toss out to the flank, and it's completed to number 5, and that's Shane Roach. Pick up of 5. Haverhill in the hurry-up offense now. Clock is moving. We're under 2 minutes to play. This is a big drive for Haverhill, also a big drive for the Lion defense.
Yes, they need to get them to.
Again, quick toss to the outside. A tackler is there, and a good short tackle by the Lions.
Yeah, Mike Colicchio, a tackle on Brady, number 3. I'm sorry, that's not Brady. Ramsell?
Yeah, Ramsell. Yep.
Ramsell.
So it's a loss of a couple. It's going to be 3rd and 7.
Haverhill called the timeout?
Yes, they did. Haverhill took the timeout. Lions have only had 2 interceptions, if I read my notes correctly, Howie, this year. This would be an outstanding time to pick up number 3.
It would be a good time. They've had a couple of chances. They've bobbled a couple, but they haven't had as much luck in the interceptions this year.
Okay, the Lions have done what they wanted to do, taken advantage, with the exception of that last drive and the one that they actually could have had another touchdown in this football game. They had it 1st and goal from the 7.
Yeah, their first drive, absolutely.
Yeah. There's Sal Lapoli and Bruce Rich, Lion huddle. Lion defensive players huddled around them. The Lion coaching staff, while we have a moment: Tommy Suserman, Lenny Rapone, Eli Chimbakis, Johnny King, Mike Marshall, Jason Fletcher, Sal and Mike Lapoli, and the freshman coaches, Mike Bernazzani, Rob Russo. Haverhill is ready. Morgan.
Draw play to Brady or a...
Might want to get the ball into his hands, I think. You're right, Howie. And he's a blocker, and that's good. And Morgan is flushed out of the pocket, looks, fires, and caught. And the Lions again had the quarterback, but he escaped.
Yeah, a good tackle there by Tony Marino on
John Ramsdell.
Ramsdell.
And Ramsdell takes it across midfield to the 49-yard line. They came within inches of being here it is.
Yeah, here's the replay. When he starts scrambling around, everyone has to stay in their zones, stay with their men. And Ramsdell was able to slip behind the secondary
Jonathan Morse almost was able to get him. An incompleted pass on first down. First, second, and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Is Roach the intended receiver, number 5?
Yes. Shane Roach, a senior, 5'11", 160. Morgan has his play from the sideline. One of the things so far is that they're using Brady as more of a blocking back at the moment.
Right. Oh, that. They just want to get the ball downfield, try to get a score with limited time. So
he's
Brady
coming out now. Toss, statue. They were going to try to
hook
do the
and
hook and ladder.
Yep.
Completed pass to number 12, Jordan Javier.
Yep. Good quick tackle there. Good thing.
Haverhill is taking a quick timeout.
Garcia was on the looking for the lateral, but.
Nice tackle by Colicchio.
Yep, Colicchio right there, and Joe Fontaine was
trailing. Might have lateral to Joe if he had tossed it. Okay, Haverhill has the ball at the 42-yard line of Chelmsford. It's third down and about 5.
Look for Javier on the fade.
It's a draw and running room for Brady. And he's taking it to the 20, to the 10. He's going to take it in for a 42-yard touchdown. And that's exactly what the Lions didn't want to have happen. And Brady takes it in, 42-yard touchdown run. It's going to cut the score to 14-6.
Here's the replay. Draw play. The Lions aren't keeping their running lanes. They're not keeping their lanes. Their gap control is very weak right now.
We knew that Mr. Brady would show up. The kicker is Patrick Yale, who's converted 11 so far this season. Ball is down, kick is up, and the kick is good. And Haverhill has answered 14-7, a big touchdown for the Hillies. And the Lions might regret that first and goal that they didn't score. We'll take a break.
Packers.
Viking.
Packers.
Viking.
Packers.
Viking.
Red state, blue state, vegan.
Carnivore.
We come from different places.
Uptown.
Downtown.
Optimist.
We come to different conclusions.
Half empty.
Half full.
But when we live united, we create real, lasting change in the building blocks of life. The education, income, and health of our communities,
Live.
our families,
United.
even the person next to us.
Live united.
Real change won't happen without you. So give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Sign up at liveunited.org.
Here we go for the Haverhill kickoff following the 42-yard touchdown run of number 3, Chance Brady. Gives Haverhill their first score of the afternoon, and I think they probably will squib this again. And they have set it down on the tee sideways, so that's what they're going to do. Good return, as Howie just said, would be nice here, but it's going to be hard because he's not going to kick it in the air. Just Patrick Yale to kick it off.
Johnson and Dioria back deep.
And he hits a ground ball, picked up by Johnson, straight up the middle, and no return at all, really, to the 33. So the Lions have 48 seconds to try to do something. And probably, I don't think are going to take too many big chances with only 48 seconds to go.
I agree
And a
with
sophomore
I think
quarterback.
they want to go some safe plays here, get in at halftime, make some adjustments. They're going to be on defense to start the second half.
Right.
So they need to button up here and not turn the ball over in the short time remaining.
That 94-yard run that they had last week would be a good play to dial up, maybe.
Yep. Absolutely.
However, Dioria is not in the football game. Campson with his back to throw it, and he's flushed, and he buried again. The last 2 series, the Lions have had no answer for the Haverhill defense.
While Jack is taking it's a coverage sack, they would very slow. The play was slow developing. Haverhill had everybody covered, but Haverhill did a good job.
Curtis Robat. Camp Smith looks for Van Gelder, and he steps out of bounds to stop the clock at the 33, so they got back what they lost. It's going to be 3rd and 10 with 17 seconds to go.
I want to compliment Eric Van Gelder on the pink socks. I know it's this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, the month of October, and that's why he's wearing pink. So, well done, Eric.
This could be possibly, if it's a running play, the last play of the first half. First half went bouncing along pretty smoothly.
Despite the number of flags and turnovers. But
he rolls it left. He throws it left. He has Van Gelder for the first down, and he gets out of bounds.
Haverhill's playing to prevent, not to let anything get behind them, so the Lions are picking away at it. Time-wise, 11 seconds on the clock. Replay. Van Gelder, top of the screen. Cam Smith rolls left. Eric gets out of bounds, stops the clock after the first down.
The Lions have 1st and 10, but they only have 11 seconds, and they have to go about 40, 55, 56 yards. And Haverhill is defending the back of the field.
Well, we'll go with a 29 and a 27-yard pass completion, and we'll get it.
Camp Smith fires it deep for Johnson, and it's off his hands. Nice try. The scoreboard clock says 4 seconds. Yep. Maybe best to just take the knee here.
Here's the replay. Jack rolled out to the right. It was a dash play. Threw it well, just a little high out of Greg's reach. Down low in the hip, on and out. Nice target for a quarterback. Receiver, hook up.
He's had a nice first half, though, all in all.
Yes, he has.
He's done a nice job.
Yes, he has. He's going to be fine. He's got the first half of his first career start under his belt. And
Lions have taken a full timeout. And I think they just want to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Lenny Rapone out there with the Haverhill's coaches, you can see. Timmy O'Connor is out there. He's the man in the middle with the white visor. And there's the Chelmsford sideline with Bruce Rich and Len Rapone. The Lions have decided what they're going to do.
Yeah, well,
good first half of football, though. It was pretty crisply played.
It was.
It
was. It was some exciting plays. A couple of interesting late overhead snaps to the Haverhill quarterback that kept Haverhill in a hole, which right now looks like it was a lucky thing because Haverhill was able to move the ball pretty well in the Lions' last possession.
They certainly were. When the immediacy of that possession for them was huge, and they just took it right to the Lions.
Yep.
So they took Lions have taken another timeout, and I think that's their last timeout.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, they're out of timeouts.
Coach Rich changed his mind on the play after seeing the defense.
Looks like we're passing out pictures down here, the Lion cheerleaders.
Ah.
Yeah, all kinds of pictures being taken. And
yeah.
Lions band is here, and we may be able to see them today.
Great opportunity. We're on the home side of the field, so our cameras are here, and all the fans are on this side as well.
That's correct. Camp Smith fires and tipped away. That will end the first half. Incomplete. And that will be the score, 14-7 at halftime. The Lions scoring the first touchdown. Camp Smith, the second touchdown, Dioria, and Haverhill answering with a 42-yard run by Mr. Chance Brady. And that's what's made it 14-7.
Right, now we've got to buckle up in the second half. We are on defense, and let's have a good defensive series, and let's have the offense come alive and move the ball and get another score. It would be a big help to the
We'll be back with Chelmsford High School marching band. You can see them coming on the field, and second half following that. All right, the Lions have just kicked it off to start the second half. It was returned by Piero Garcia to the 27-yard line, where Haverhill will have it 1st and 10. Bruce Beim, Howie Neal, Rob Russo, Ronna Berman from Trinity Stadium in Haverhill.
This formation was a new look.
And this is Chance Brady with the football. Picked up about 2. Nice stop by the Lions defense there. I think, Howie, this could be the most important drive of the football game.
Right, it's a good tackle. Pat Healy on that tackle, I believe. But yes, this is a very important drive. Good stop there. They picked up just 3.
2nd and 7 for Haverhill. Morgan, the quarterback. He is a senior, 3-year starter. He's back to pass. He steps up. He has a receiver, and it's planted. What a hit by, is that Colicchio?
By Colicchio on the hit there. Excellent recovery. Good closing speed, as you could see. And he delivered the hammer there. Coach Lipoli will like that.
That could be the hammer award this week.
It might be.
It's a 3rd down and 3. Big 3rd down coming up here now for both teams.
And they Brady did a swing out of the backfield. I don't know if he was covered or not.
Quick toss and caught.
Nice try. Nice, good throw by Morgan there, because Colicchio did a good job trying to knock that ball out. But Javier made a nice play, kept his body between Colicchio and the ball, and they got the 1st down.
So they have easily picked up the 1st down out to the 38-yard line. 1st and 10, Haverhill. 2 completions, and now 3 completions. The Lions have this one pretty well covered, though. And driving back to the middle of the field was Javier.
Yep.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Quick screen out to Javier, but he didn't have any place to go, and it's a 2nd and 10 yards. Good coverage by the Lions.
Held their lanes a little bit better on that play, I thought. Morgan with Brady behind him. Hands it to Brady. Bursts up the middle. And is taken down at about the 41-yard line. It will be 3rd and 8 now for Haverhill.
Nice job. Robito in there, Seralt in there, Chris Marino.
That was good tackling right there. Stood him up and took him down. And the Lions have another chance now to get Haverhill off the field here at the 41-yard line. Brady steps up, going to run it, going to be taken down.
Kalenda on the tackle from behind.
Not only a kicker, but a interior defensive lineman, and a good stop by the Lion defense. It's going to be 4th and 9 for Haverhill.
Good solid play, those 3 downs by the Lion defense, Bruce, absolutely.
Those were probably the 3 best defensive plays. Here it is on replay, Howie.
Here's the replay here. Morgan's looking and started to scramble, but Kalenda was able to bring him down from behind.
Javier to punt it. Van Gelder standing at the 24-yard line. High snap, but he pulls it down. Line drive kick. Van Gelder comes up and is going to get a good Haverhill bounce, and it's going to be rolled dead at about the 15-yard line, where the Lions, nothing Van Gelder could do on that punt. Had to get away from it.
That one was not returnable at all. And Haverhill got a nice bounce out of it. It's down to the Lions 15, so the Lions have 85 yards to cover.
But the good news is they stopped Haverhill's possession on the opening series of the second half.
Yes, exactly. That was what we looked for. That's what we were discussing it during the break, that the Lions had to come out and stop Haverhill's initial possession. And they did it very well.
Jack Campsmith comes into the football game. He was 10 for 16 passing in the first half for 82 yards, and Van Gelder 6 receptions for 55 yards.
Yeah. Dioria was 15 carries for 65 yards, 1 touchdown.
It's Dioria. It's outside. And not much at all. Nothing.
No.
2nd and 10. Number 68, Burrows, right there.
Yeah. 17.
And 17 as well, and that happens to be Tommy McGuire.
McGuire did a good job of shedding the block of Rabito and making the tackle.
The Haverhill defense is virtually a 4-4 and pretty close to an 8-man front.
Right.
Their linebackers come up and fill very quickly.
Yeah, they're reading their keys, or covering their gaps, not creating any running lanes for the Lions.
They have about 10 guys up there now. We're going for the home run here, and almost intercepted by number 2, Josh Noel, right in and out of his hands. 3rd and 10, the Lions dodged a bullet.
Jack double pumped there and then threw, and Noel read it very well. You'll possibly see the replay here. Okay, there's the fake. Jack's looking for Van Gelder, and he had to double pump there, and you can see Noel almost was.
That was a quick 6 points right there.
It definitely was. He was right in the throwing lane of Van Gelder.
Lions need to avoid a 3 and out here. 3rd and 10. They give it to Dioria. He has the outside. Can he outrun the defender? He does. He's at the first down yardage at the 30, and the Lions crawl out of a deep hole.
Right. That was a big play. A big play.
Big play.
And Jeff did a nice job getting outside. And I saw Ben Malisi downfield out there, too, doing a good job blocking.
A 13-yard pickup for Jeff Dioria just when the Lions needed it the most. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line. Johnson is to the right. Lions are in tight. Johnson comes back toward the formation. Dioria again with a hole, with a seam. Big hole. 9-yard gain. Dioria to the 37-yard line.
Oh, that's good. Good series here. The Lions have got themselves out of that hole, starting at their own 15. Now within a yard of getting their second first down, and getting out beyond the 40 would be nice.
So the Lions have found some ground legs here, just as Rob and I and Howie were talking, that it would be nice to see a sustained drive here. They come with Rabito as the up back. Tight formation again. Rabito carries, tugs, and gets first down yardage across the 40. Rob, this is the Lion offense that we were hoping to see.
Looked like they were in a 50 look that time, Rob. I don't know if that's what you saw.
I didn't see what they were in.
Okay.
However, this is the offense that we talked about at halftime. You really don't want Haverhill to have the ball. They're very dangerous. We are a run team first, and an I team like we are. That's what you want to establish. Jack's doing a great job passing. Could use a little work, but we're right there.
Rabito, I'm sorry, that's Dioria with the handoff. Maybe a yard, Howie?
He picked up 2.
2, okay.
Picked up 2. And
2nd and 8, we're out to the 43-yard line.
And I thought there was a timeout call. No, it was just the start the clock.
The replay you can see.
Yep.
Good tackle there by Tommy McGuire, number 17. Haverhill tackles well.
Yes, they're getting to the ball and they're wrapping people up.
Fake to Dioria. Rolling out is Camp Smith. He's going to keep it. He's at the 50 and taken out of bounds. Nice pickup by Camp Smith.
Down to the 2 yards, yard and a half from the first down from looking at the linesman across the way. So we'll have second and a yard and a half.
Boy, these turf fields are nice. You can tell how far they have to go.
It is. It really helps us up here.
It does.
They have also turned the lights on, and that's helped us. Here's the rollout here by Jack. He's looking to throw, but I think he decided right away that it was a soft corner, and he was able to run. By soft corner, I'm talking about the cornerback or linebacker has dropped off, not pressuring Jack, so he's able to run with it.
Lions in the offset eye. They send Dioria breaking through, and he's at the 40. He's going to foot race to the 30.
Yeah.
Nice block out there by Sean Serrault.
Serrault, nice job in the block, and a nice stiff arm by Dioria to bounce to the outside after he got through the hole. The replay here, we'll see if watch number 11. We'll see Serrault's block right there, and then the stiff arm there. And number 26 had the angle on Jeff, but Jeff was able to get down inside to about the 28.
Josh Dion was the pursuer, and that's a nice pickup of. How many yards run on that one? 22, thank you.
20.
First and 10, 23, she says.
All right, so route in motion for the
Pitch.
sweep.
Dioria slowed up, cuts back, and taken down.
Excellent play by the Haverhill defense there. 40 on a stunt. Marcotte, linebacker, penetrated very quickly and almost had Dioria in the backfield as he caught the pitch from Jack, but
loss of a yard. It's going to be 2nd and 11. They're back to the 30-yard line. That Marcotte is a sophomore, Howie.
Really? Well, he showed good speed there, good penetration. He lined up over here in the outside linebacker spot, opposite Joe St. Hilaire.
Reverse. And they're going to throw it. He's got him
Hilaire
wide open. St. Hilaire. He's got the ball. A touchdown, Lions. Trick play. And
Van
it's
Gelder.
Van Gelder to throw it.
Van Gelder to St. Hilaire.
St. Hilaire's second touchdown of the season. Van Gelder's first touchdown pass of the season.
Well, there's that 85-yard drive.
Yep.
Ate up a lot of time. 3:58 left in the third quarter.
I don't know if we had envisioned it ending quite like that.
No, certainly we didn't think of that. The passing hasn't been quite as crisp as we like it.
Right.
But, perfect time for a trick play.
Well, we jumped from the – go ahead. Sorry.
That's all right.
I was going to say jump from the sophomore to the senior passer.
Exactly. And a wide open tight end. So good call, right time.
Well, and then we
mess up the extra point again, so that's 2 now we've messed up, and it is 20-7, and that may come back to be big plays in this game.
Here's the replay of the pass. Dallas pass, I believe they call this, don't they, Coach?
And you can see Joe St. Hilaire, tight end, 6'1", 205, senior, his second score of the season. Van Gelder threw a touchdown pass last year, so this is his second one in his career.
Yeah. And we caught number 17 for the Hillies. We caught him looking in the backfield.
Yeah, McGuire fooled definitely. I was just wondering if that ball was ever going to get there. It just seemed like it took a long time.
McGuire was closing quickly.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the Lions have struck first in the second half to go on top 20-7. We have, as you can see, about 4 minutes to play in quarter number 3. Kalenda has it teed up. 30-yard touchdown pass, 85-yard touchdown drive. Line drive kick coming to Garcia. Takes it up to the left, and he's buried.
Number 35, Chris Marino on the tackle.
Marino, go ahead.
Just outside the 20.
Okay. Marinos every week statistically have just going off the charts, and this week appears to be no different.
Yeah, they've done an excellent job of keeping the linebacker tradition at the Lions intact.
Okay, it's at the 21-yard line. It's 1st and 10, and once again, Haverhill has quick scoring strike ability, and we'll expect to see the ball in the air, courtesy of Mr. Morgan.
Very quickly, we need somebody on Ramsdale to slot to the top of the to the left of the screen.
They flood that side, and he rolls that way, and he's going to go for a big one, and he has a receiver, and it's caught, and it dropped.
Dropped the ball, or
he dropped it, or he fumbled it out of bounds?
He fumbled out of bounds.
Oh, they're going to give him the catch, and as he was transferring the ball, he fumbled it out of bounds. What a break for the Lions.
Sophomore-itis.
Yep, a sophomore, Jordan Javier, 6'3", 205.
All right. And, you know, we get caught looking in the backfield
once again. Yep.
Not letting people get behind you. Top of the screen.
And here it is. Morgan airs it out.
Don't know what he's... Oops. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a definite catch.
Yeah.
That went from the 21 all the way up to, let's see, 29, almost
38-yard line.
Yeah, so about 41 yards. Now they're going to ask if it's completed.
I wonder if they're going to come back and ask us to show a replay.
Show the replay.
Here. Come up here for review.
Okay, let's check it out. We'll see it one more time.
We'll see the replay here. Oh, we have I guess they were marking where he went out of bounds, but here's the replay, folks. Morgan rolls out, throws it up. Javier's behind Colicchio. And you can see.
And it's starting to rain.
Yeah,
that was not Colicchio. That was number 9, I think.
Oh, Sweeney.
Yep.
Sorry, Mike.
Taken out of bounds and shaken up is Brady. Brady's on the Lions sideline, and he's not getting up.
Yeah, I think he landed on the ball.
So he picked up a good 8 yards on the play. Now he's up, and he seems to be fine. So Brady, people in the stands now are looking for umbrellas, raincoats, you name it. It's starting to rain, as predicted.
Lock the doors to the press box.
So with 3:34, Haverhill has it at the 31-yard line, and the Lions are lucky they didn't get hit with a touchdown.
All right, Brady's going to come out for play. I think he has to with the officials calling the timeout.
Right.
So we'll see.
Morgan is back onto the field, having spoken to his coach, Timmy O'Connor.
Number 33 is the backup to Brady.
And that is Curtis Robart. He's a senior. I have a feeling that Curtis is only going to block for Mr. Morgan.
This could be a quarterback keep. No.
He drops. He fires. He has a man. It's Javier again. No, yes it is. Javier for the first down. At the 25-yard line. And we've got a late flag. And that could be against the Lions.
Yeah.
So that's going to push Haverhill into definite scoring position. Personal foul against Chelmsford. He is a nice-looking athlete, Mr. Javier, for a sophomore.
Yeah, he is. He's looking very good. And Mike Colicchio was right there, covered him well, and had him wrapped up around the ankles. He was still trying to get away.
I believe he's a transfer student into Haverhill this year, and I'm not sure from where, but I don't think he started as a freshman year in Haverhill.
Okay.
Haverhill has it at the 13-yard line, 1st and 10. And they're going to take a timeout? Nope, they're not.
No.
Just coach speaking to the quarterback.
Okay, now they're...
Mr. Brady is back in the football game.
This is their power look. They have an offset eye.
They hand it to Brady, straight ahead to the 10. 2nd and 7. Lion defense really could, if they could come up huge here, it would really make a big difference in this football game. 2nd and, we'll call it 7. Same look out of the backfield.
Just swap sides. Formations to the right this time.
They run it straight ahead. Cutting to the outside is Brady. And he gets it to the 8-yard line, maybe the 6-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd, 3rd, and about 4.
Lions had him stopped, I believe, in the line of scrimmage.
I thought so too.
Just need to.
Here it is. Take a look.
He's a tough back to bring down if you don't lock him up. Wrap your arms. Slipped a tackle
right there. Yep, 2 Lions bounced off each other.
And then Matt Sweeney came in, and he bounced off him too. He wrapped him up, but he little size disadvantage.
Morgan
there.
to throw it. Slant. Javier incomplete. It's going to be 4th down.
Yeah, they're looking for this quick slant to Javier, but well covered by Colicchio. Mike was right there.
And Javier was looking for the flag, but no flag and no reason for one. It's 4th down for Haverhill. Biggest play of the game so far. Toss to the corner. Incomplete. No flag. No, yes, there is a flag. Oh, we're going to get interference in the end zone. One official on the play did not make the call, and another official underneath did.
Yep.
We'll have to look at it on replay.
Yeah, they got
Javier was looking for it.
They got tangled up. Their legs got tangled up there.
Tried to throw the fade. Let's take a look at it.
Did a slant. He came in and then broke back out. And you can see wasn't a catchable ball.
I don't see any problem there. 1st and goal at the 3. You have to let him play at some point.
Yeah, the ball wasn't thrown to where he.
Oh, now there's a. Wow, we got flags all over the place. The ball never got snapped. It's got to be procedure. Yeah. Once again, a little bit of a mix-up and exchange here for Haverhill. Illegal procedure, 5 yards back. And now you have to find Mr. Javier again.
Yep.
So a 5-yard penalty will push it back to the 7-yard line.
Morgan talking to his center, number 66. Saying,
Yeah.
Wait a minute, what's going on here? This is the 3rd time.
Yep. The center is a senior. No, I'm sorry, he's
66?
Yeah, he's a senior. All right, 1st and goal still, but 5 yards further back. They're in their power set. They run it with Brady straight ahead. He's close. He's in. Touchdown. Standing up. And Haverhill has cut the gap from 20 to 13 and answered the Lions scoring drive.
Right. Now we've got a ball game.
Yeah, we sure do. Just like every week in this season, it seems like.
Yep.
And on to try. Here's the extra
replay. Just an ISO with 2 lead backs, sort of like our stack eye.
Boy,
and,
that was a hole that was
too
huge.
easy.
Yeah, that was big, straight, and no problem. Patrick Yale to add the extra point.
This is a big extra point.
Yeah, it is.
This is a big one. Coach Rich is trying to get some explanation about something on the play.
This has been the quarter that the Lions have had the most problem with this year. They've now given up 37 points in this quarter. So the 3rd quarter has not been their friend, whereas the 4th quarter they've done a lot better. They're outscoring opponents 58-29 in the 4th quarter. All right, after a short delay, we're ready to try the extra point. The holder is the quarterback, Morgan. And Yale is the kicker. Yale's kick is perfect.
Yep.
And Haverhill is within 6 points away from tying this football game. And the Lions are in a ding-dong affair right now.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
That was a good drive by Haverhill, and Lions had a couple of chances to get them off the field. A couple of or at least one penalty hurt the Lions big time.
Yes, it gave them the ball on the 1 yard line, and then Haverhill tried to give it back by having a procedure penalty and backed them up. But the Lions just seem to shoot themselves in the foot sometimes when they
need a good return here, Rob.
Yep.
Yeah, Haverhill's going to probably squib it again, which I would do because I want to keep it out of the hands of Dioria. But we need the ball back. We're still winning. Mount a good drive in this fourth quarter. There's only a minute and a half basically in this quarter, and you're still winning. So just don't panic. Do the things that got you 20 points. You get 28 points.
I watched the last squib kick. Oh, now this time he's got the ball up on a tee, and he's got it up. So he's going to try to kick it deep, perhaps.
Rob's voice is running on empty, I think, Howard. All right, here's Mr. Yale's kick, and he kicks it deep. This is going to be Johnson.
Lattimore.
Oh, Lattimore to the right, and Lattimore is taken down at the 18-yard line. That's the first time I think he's been back there this year, isn't it?
Yeah, I've seen him in practice back there, but the first time I've seen him in the game.
Yep. All right, the Lions have it at the 18, 1st and 10, and another long field in front of them.
All right, and the Hilly fans are very excited here. They're smelling of blood. They're smelling a little upset.
And the Hilly fans have not seen too many victories over Chelmsford in the past years, but they're excited right now. They have a fine football team and well-coached football team. We're going to keep Dioria as the tailback.
Ralton Rubino in the backfield.
Oh, he fumbled it. And who's got it?
I think Haverhill has recovered it the way the reaction of the Lions.
Haverhill has the football. Fumble and an exchange problem at the 15-yard line. Haverhill has the football. Number 24 came up with that fumble recovery.
Yep, Bristol came up with it.
So Haverhill now has tremendous advantage here at the 15, 16-yard line. 1st and 10. Here's the replay.
Yeah, the very poor exchange between the quarterback and I think it was Rubito, the fullback.
All right, here we go. Haverhill looking to tie the game and take the lead with an extra point. Looking for Javier. He has caught it. That was just easy for him. They have tied the score with 2 touchdowns within 30 seconds. And Yale will be on to try to tie the football game. He is single covered, and he can't be single covered, I don't think.
Can't be
He's
single
proven
covered
that.
out there, and just very easily laid out there well.
He's just a real good receiver.
Yeah.
And did an excellent job to catch that 16-yard touchdown pass. So the Hillies took over that break and converted it quickly into a touchdown. Spot is good. Kick is
no good.
No good. We have a 2020 football game. Wow. He had converted easily on the pass too, but this one not so good.
Well, we had a good leakage, good penetration from the right side, and I don't know if someone may have gotten a piece of it. But there were 2 Lions coming in with a full head of steam.
Well, this is nervous time now. I know for all the Lion fans, and I'm sure Jack is feeling a little bit of nerves here too. But once again, the Lions need to establish a little better field position. They've not taken advantage of that. Minute 22, third quarter. The Lions have been giving up an average of 20 points per game, and they're right at that. We've got Johnson in now with Dioria.
Yeah, Greg Johnson, I saw him running on the sideline earlier, and he may have just had a little bruise or something.
Yep.
And
wasn't able
at
to
that point,
go.
he wasn't able to go on that particular return.
Let's see how Haverhill decides to kick it now. Haverhill certainly fired up. They have come back from a 20-7 deficit to tie the football game. And they seem to have found a success in throwing the football to Javier.
Yes, well, it's pretty hard to cover him. And talking with a couple of coaches in pregame before before we went on the air, and they was concerned about his athleticism and being such a good receiver.
Line drive kick taken by Johnson on the fly. They have better field position this time. They're up to the 35-yard line. Nice return by Greg.
Right.
Lions now 1st and 10, and we need one of those 6-minute drives.
Yeah, we need a good job by Greg there. Caught it on the fly. Was able to get good yardage because he was there. He had the ball long before the coverage could get downfield. So worked out well for the Lions there.
Okay, Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 35. Coach Rich talking to the receivers quarterback on the sideline. He sends Van Gelder and Camp Smith into the huddle. I look for the Lions still to try to run the football here.
Yes, I agree with you, Bruce. They're in this solid look. 2 tight ends. High backfield.
Van Gelder comes in motion to the left. They're going to run it that way. Dioria fights for yardage. He's up to about the 39. Pick up a 4. Nice job by Jeff Dioria. Didn't have much.
Yeah, the front offensive line picked up the stunt. There was a linebacker blitz on the left side, and fortunately someone got a piece of the linebacker and stopped number 5, I think it was, Roach, coming in.
So it's a 2nd and about 6. Devin Lecken comes to the sideline, just hobbling just a little bit. Lions have Soralt and Dioria. Not much, maybe a yard. It's going to be 3rd and 5. Big play for the Lions here. That probably will be the last play of this quarter. I think the Lions will let it run down.
Let it run down.
Yep, no reason not to.
Well, no reason. They can talk to everybody.
Yep,
and
exactly.
Get a good play, get everybody on the same page.
And that's exactly what the Lions are going to do. They're going to let the clock tick down. We're going to have 4th quarter action. 2 teams have played 3 quarters, and they've each gotten 20 points.
Yeah, interestingly, it looks a lot brighter on the field than it really is, folks. It's very dark, threatening clouds.
We just don't want any thunder or lightning because they would stop this football game
with
if
the
they.
Humidity, I was thinking exactly that, Bruce.
Yeah, Rob said bite our tongues because he's absolutely right. Lions have a huge play coming up. What to do here? They have an opportunity to keep this drive alive. I don't think this is 2-down territory, but you never know.
You never know with Coach Rich.
No, you don't.
But it could be 2 downs if it's a short length
yardage
of a football or something. But
yeah, absolutely.
Again, you have an inexperienced quarterback there.
Right?
Can he get that required 1st down? But Jack has shown some ability to pick up the yardage. He's a tall kid.
It's at the 20-yard line. The 40-yard line, and it is 3rd and 5. There's going to be a lot of big plays in this football game, but thus far, this is the biggest one.
This could be the biggest one, exactly. And there we go.
No, we got lights. Let there be lights.
Yeah.
Oh, Haverhill jumped and maybe going to give them the 5 yards.
That may have been part of Coach Rich's
Whoa,
plan.
That was good strategy by the coach, by Jack.
Hopefully Jack gave him a hard count.
Yeah.
And a little different than what they've been hearing. And
Haverhill very aggressive and took advantage of that.
Yeah.
So they do have the 1st down now, I think. Are they saying no?
Yes,
yeah,
they do.
1st down, right.
And well done by Jack and Coach Rich.
So the biggest play of the football game was a penalty, and that's we'll take that. And as you said, Howie, it's dark out there.
It is. It is.
The old hidden ball trick maybe here. 1st and 10, Chelmsford. They moved. Chelmsford moved. So they're going to go back to 5. It's going to be 1st and 15. I think that was Lecken on the left end. He just fell ahead.
Wow.
So that's a mistake when you're trying to run the ball that makes it difficult to overcome.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. And you haven't chewed up much time, and we've run 2 plays. You chewed up a second.
Yep. All right, they do have 4 downs now. They have to pick up the first down. Seralt is the up back. Dioria behind him. Van Gelder in motion. Nothing doing. They tried to go to the up back and
came back with the same play that they were attempting to run, the 30 dive. And
Haverhill just absolutely stoned that one.
They blew it up. Burrows did an excellent job there.
2nd and 15 for the Lions. Wind is starting to pick up again on the field.
And they've moved Burrows over to the right side of the offensive line of the Lions. He's now in the 2 and 4 hole area. No, now he switched back.
Now he's back.
Okay,
yep.
So
on the left side. He seems to go to the strong side.
He's going to the side of the offset fullback.
Right.
Exactly.
Camp Smith fires it out to Van Gelder. Johnson has the fur close.
Very
I won't
close.
say it yet.
No, he doesn't have it according.
He's
going to get about half a football.
Yeah.
I think the ball's going to be right on the yard line.
What a nice throw by Camp Smith.
It was.
A great reception by Johnson.
Yeah. And we could get a downpour
any
second now.
Yeah. Just don't be any lightning with it.
Nope.
And it is starting to come down pretty good right now.
Well, they got a great spot, so they may measure this. I can't understand how the chain markers are quite a ways off the sideline.
Yeah, they're going to referee has stopped it.
Yep.
Got to measure it. 10-15. The ball is at the 45. Bruce Rich already says it's a first down. He said, "What are you measuring this for?" Now they picked the ball up and they're going to bring it back. I don't know how they know where the spot was.
Well, I think the linesman on this side
kept
stayed.
His foot.
He stayed there. He didn't.
Rob, time to get nervous?
No, there's 10-15 left. We're moving the ball. Just keep doing what you're doing. We'll see if it's a first down. Coach Rich actually wanted to measure it.
At the spot.
Side judge never took his foot from the spot. And it's short, I think.
Well,
short by a couple inches.
Our camera crew was trying to get in there, and it's a couple of links on the chain.
Yeah. You might see a Jack Camp Smith sneak right now.
Yeah. You think? Or another hard count.
Another hard count or a sneak. Yep.
Right. Yep.
That's the danger, though. Nobody move.
Nobody move.
Maybe Jack, I think, come to the line and go right away.
Yep.
Just secure the football.
Yep. Come out. Ah, okay.
Greg going through that cramping situation. This late in the season, that's unusual.
Well, it was such a humid day, though.
Yep.
And he sat this morning in at SATs, maybe.
That's true, too. Camp Smith gets the first down.
Hold on to the ball. That's it, Jack. Good
Takes
job.
it to the 41. Nice job by Jack there.
Yep.
So the Lions have come out of that 1st and 15 hole. Burrows the tackler again. And Camp Smith picks up to the 40, we'll say 42-yard line.
Yeah, we'll see. They're saying 40, 42.
10 minutes and counting. 4th quarter. Lions are very content to pick up 3, 4, 5 yards at a whack here. Camp Smith rolls out, keep it, and he's going to run it, and he's going to tuck it away, I hope, but he takes it across the 40, 35, and he comes out of bounds. Nice job, nice decision by the sophomore.
Inside the 35-yard line. And,
spotted at the
they just have not, that's been there for Jack every time. They've just, here's the replay, soft corner, no pressure. By the time they get to him, he's picked up 8 yards, 7 yards.
Josh Noel drives him out of bounds. It's 2nd down, and we'll call it a short 2. I think the rain has sort of subsided a little bit, Howie.
Okay.
9:37. Quarter 4. And a whistle. Timeout.
30-second timeout.
Timeout, Chelmsford. I didn't see a signal, but it's got to be because the official that blew the whistle was standing right beside Bruce Rich. So it's got to be a Chelmsford 30-second timeout. Rob, time to take a chance here, or just keep banging?
I think we're going to keep banging.
I do think you have to keep banging at it. I don't know how slick the ball is getting. We've had a couple of showers. I don't think it's raining steady. We're moving the ball. I like what he did with Jack. Give Jack the option.
And that's the key. Keep moving the ball. Dioria, the tailback. The toss, a little high, but he has it. He gets outside. He gets to the sideline, and first down at the 22-yard line.
Yeah, and he loaded shoulder on the intended tackler, too, so that he did a good job there.
Little high pitch,
the
but
toss
he
was a
it
little
right
high.
in. Yeah, here it is.
Yeah, here's the replay. You'll see Dioria does a nice job of pulling that in. There's a little fake to the inside and the bounce to the outside. Was able to get around that would-be tackler.
He did lower his shoulder right there into number 26, Josh Dion. Matty Rabito got a block just enough to spring him at the 24-yard line, 23-yard line. First and 10, Chelmsford. Toss the other way. Again, he's outside. He cuts in, picks up 2 or 3.
Good coverage, good pressure that time by McGuire, the outside defensive back. He came up, Rabito, and I'm not sure if it was Joe St. Hilaire, were both occupied on one player because that player was doing a good job of stringing it out, and that freed up McGuire to make the tackle.
It's a 1-yard gain. It's 2nd and 9. Any numbers, runner, for Jeff Dioria? See if we can get some stats.
Well.
26 carries on 125 yards for Mr. Dioria. Be nice to see him add 25 more to that right now. Oh, Haverhill jumped, but no contact, I guess. Cam Smith now comes back into the pistol. They tried to get him to jump. Cam Smith's going to keep it and pick up pretty good yardage. Nice job again by Jack. Was initially hit, bounced it out.
Yeah, good decision there by Jack. I don't know if it's a run-pass option or not, but Jack is seems to be making the right decision.
Yep.
Picked up a good yardage.
It's going to be third and about 4. The ball is at the 17-yard line, and the Lions have a huge play right now. And I think it's 4-down territory here because it'd be a tough field goal attempt from this spot.
Now we have a timeout by Haverhill. Yep.
Haverhill has taken a timeout. They saw the Lions set. And we'll see what adjustments they make and if the Lions make any adjustments.
Good timeout called by Haverhill. We've seen the Lions do the same thing in critical situations. And this also gives Coach Rich an opportunity to square away everybody.
And where the snap exchange kicker have been a problem today, I think that might even more is Bruce Rich. Bruce Rich has 126 victories, 55 losses. He is in his 17th season. A lot of football games. All right, here come the Lions. They have spread the field a little bit. Only Serrault. Cam Smith going to keep it? No, he's going to throw it. He's going to throw the corner, and it's incomplete. Looking for Van Gelder in the corner. Now the Lions have a 4th and 5, 4th and 4.
Unusual call, I think, there. But
yeah, I was surprised.
Yeah.
But Van Gelder's been a clutch receiver. Lions bring receivers into the football game now, so it looks like they may be going to throw it again. Here come the Lions. The play of the game thus far. And Camp Smith is by himself. Haverhill looks like they might be coming after him. The Lions called timeout.
Yep.
Well, I kind of expected on the last play, I think, that the Lions would line up and run the thing, and, and maybe twice if they had to. But maybe Bruce saw something that I didn't see.
Yeah.
He's talking to Van Gelder now. Can you get open? We need one more catch. This has been a nice drive. It would be a shame to see it stall here.
Yes, I would. I'm looking for Jack on the run-pass option with Van Gelder doing some type of out route.
Right.
No.
Yep. I think back to that opening drive that the Lions had where they had it 1st and goal and came away with nothing. How big does that look right now? The Lions loaded up to the left. Cam Smith's going to roll that way. He's going to dunk it out there. 1st down, good catch. Van Gelder.
Short of the 1st down by a yard.
Yeah, it is. It's
had to get to the 13 and a half.
It's
they got
going
to
be
the 15.
1st down Haverhill. That's not there. No, I agree. 1st down Haverhill. Here's the replay on it.
Yep. We have to. You see the marker. He's got to get to about the 13 and a half. There's contact there at the 14, and that's where he got taken down. Van Gelder.
So they're going to come over and measure it, but I don't think he has it.
No. No, there's no way. At least from up here.
Right. Right. Big measurement here. Yeah, there's our camera crew.
The ball is on the, looks like it's on the 14. Oh, the mark is inside.
It's still not a first
Still
down.
not a first down, no.
Not even close. No, it's close, but Haverhill has come up with the stop of the game so far, and they are going to take over at the 14-yard line, 1st and 10. And hold on to your seats now, folks.
That's right.
That was a huge stop by their defense. Okay, defense, let's see what we can find here now.
Right. That's I'm sure that the receivers knew where the stakes were and what they had to what they had to do. It was good coverage by Haverhill. Good tackle.
Javier's out here on the right. He's single covered again. Morgan hands it to Brady, and he gets not much at all. About 2 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 8 now.
Yeah, no, he's Robito's helmet came off, so he had to come out for a play. Okay.
There is our replay, and it's pouring out there, as you can see.
Oh, definitely.
This would be a nice time for a little slippery football turnover, possibly.
Yeah. Now, Javier is double covered.
Yep, he is now. And right up the chute comes Brady. Big yardage, 1st down. He's down the sideline, 40, 50, and hit from behind at the 40. Chance Brady takes it into Chelmsford territory at the 40-yard line, 1st and 10.
Big play by Haverhill there. Good blocking.
Lions are back on their heels now. They need to really tug hard at the defense. See what they can find.
Haverhill, no huddle.
Morgan hands it to Brady with a big hole again, but it's filled in this time. He bounces out. You can't just get him once. You got to get him 2-3 times.
Right.
It's a pickup of 7. It's going to be 2nd and 3 for Haverhill.
It's going to be about a
2nd and 1.
Less than a yard. Yeah, here's the replay. Whoop, no replay. And the Lions aren't wrapping up. They've stopped him initially for a very short gain, but he was able to escape.
Morgan hands it to Brady.
Wrap him
First
up,
down.
guys. There we go. No, he doesn't have the 1st down. It's just
little shy.
Shy. Yep. the linesman has
a little bit shy. It's going to be third and about a yard, half a yard.
Nice defensive stop there by the Lions.
We have a full-blown rainstorm going on right now.
Yeah.
Lions need a fumble or a bad snap.
Stopped.
And I think he stopped again.
He is stopped. They lost a little yardage there.
It's his fourth down. He didn't make it.
No.
So this is, once again, gut check time for the Lion defense. Can they do it 3 times in a row? Wouldn't be surprised to see Haverhill take a timeout here, and they did.
They did.
Yeah. Yeah, they're going to take a timeout. This is a defining moment in the football game, I think, right here.
Nice play in there, Sean Surratt and Rabito in the center of the Lions defense.
Heavy downpour out there. Wind is blowing pretty good now. I don't even know if the guys know that, though. They just want to make a stop here.
Right. And once this blows through, I think it's gonna get brighter again. It's
clearing.
Brighter and clearing off to our left.
Haverhill offensive team probably just telling the same thing that the Lions would do in the defense. Just fire off the ball, and you can have your first down. All right, we're ready to go.
Yeah, they lost yardage on that play, so it's a good. It's a yard.
It's
now.
a yard now. They have their strong side to the right.
No.
And
yes,
he did. Second effort got it for him.
Yep.
They had him at first, but now he's taken it to the 27-yard line. Surratt on the tackle. It's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
No.
Haverhill stopped the Lions on 4th down, and they've taken over, and they have put together a great drive, mostly on the
replay
running of Chance Brady.
And he slipped out of the tackle. And
Brady to the left. Brady down the sideline. He's close to first down yardage again, running with great ferocity. No other way to describe it. He's running real hard. Pickup of 8. And the bad news is that the clock is grinding along as well.
Has it stopped? It had stopped. I don't know.
It
Was
must
there
have
a
been
timeout?
I think he went out of bounds.
Oh.
Stepped out of bounds.
Yep. Yep.
Toss. Brady. First down. Brady takes it to the 15, where it's going to be 1st and 10 for Haverhill at the 15-yard line. Haverhill is wasting no time either, moving quickly.
Yeah, they're lining right up on the ball. They're going to stay in that power formation. Morgan goes over and gets the play from coach.
There's Brady again coming through, taken down by Ben Malisi. Brady, not much this time. Somebody's helmet's off. Let's see who it is.
Haverhill
player. It's going to be second. That's a gain of about a yard.
It's on Brady's helmet.
So he will have to come out for one play. And with this rain, I think Haverhill is a little reluctant to put the ball in the air.
Right.
2nd and 9 at the 14. Lions fighting desperately.
I'm expecting the ball to go in the air this play.
Yeah, I am too.
It's
look for Mr. Javier. I think that's where it's going. Haverhill is going to take a timeout.
Yep.
They waited for a little while, used everything they could in terms of clock, and then took a timeout.
Yeah.
Good strategy. It's a full timeout.
Yeah, Brady's out for play.
Yep. And I think it's a throw.
And I haven't seen Morgan run with the ball. And there hasn't been another receiver. We'll come back and finish this after this break.
I didn't understand the 3rd and 5 here. What the hell?
No flag.
Pitch and fouls it deep back into the stand.
Chill raw and prepared foods promptly. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
They're throwing it. They're looking for Javier, and it's incomplete. Did not catch it. It's going to be 3rd and 9 now for Haverhill.
Well, that
Excellent
was our call.
coverage by Colicchio, and we thought that's where they would go.
Right, they would go to Javier with Brady out for the play, and there was double coverage. Colicchio short and Sweeney over the top, but Sweeney has a long way to go from his free spot.
Yeah.
And with Javier fading toward the corner.
3rd and 9 for Haverhill. They're at the 14-yard line.
Yeah, and the rain has let up
considerably
substantially now.
Yeah. They're in their power set. They hand it to Brady. He gets nothing. It's 4th down and about 9.
All right.
The clock ticking. 4th and 9 are at the 15-yard line.
And they're going field goal.
They have their kicker in.
So they've got the wind with them.
Yep.
And it's going to be about a 27-yarder.
Patrick Yale to kick it.
Actually, it's going to be more like 32.
Tommy Morgan, the holder. You've got to be careful here for the fake.
Yeah.
They have a quarterback that can throw it. Here we go. Ball's down. Kick is up. Kick is long enough. Kick is good. He made it. Wow, 32-yard field goal.
Yep.
With 2:38 to go in the football game, the Lions are down 23-20. And you have to tip your cap to Patrick Yale, who drilled that thing.
Yeah, absolutely. That was his distance. And we'll be back after this break. Here's the kick.
Didn't have much left.
No, didn't have much left at all.
Can I have $1? Yeah, it's right. I think my purse is upstairs on the bed. It's not here. Check the dining room. No. What about your sister's room? It's not there either. The upstairs closet? The downstairs closet? There are no more closets.
Moms everywhere are finding ways to keep kids active and healthy. Get ideas, get involved, get going at letsmove.gov.
All right, Bruce Baum, Howie Neal, Rob Russo, Ronna Berman. Rob.
Okay, back deep.
Well, I've said this before. Chelmsford has a very good 2-minute offense, but you have an inexperienced quarterback. I think Haver's going to kick deep and try to challenge us to go the full length of the field in 2 minutes and 38 seconds.
And I agree with you, Rob. And back deep with Jeff Dioria and Lattimore.
Patrick Yale should be really fired up now after kicking that field goal. And he hits it well. This is going to be Dioria coming to the right. Gets to the sideline. He has one man to beat. He cuts back, and he takes it into Haverhill territory at the 45, 43-yard line. Great return, Jeff Dioria.
Excellent
Boy, that was
return.
Close to going all the way.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. He had one man to beat to the outside. He cut back to the inside, and Haverhill had some pursuit there. Here's a replay. You'll see the return. Jeff got a ball, didn't have a lot of hang time. Jeff had plenty of time to get it, gather it in,
I think the Lions have 3 timeouts left. And number 4 was 3.
Yep.
Dylan Copeland was the tackler. Lions, as Rob said, have a pretty good 2-minute offense.
Yeah, and the rain has let up at completely now.
Dioria gets the handoff. He gets outside at the 40, 35, 33-yard line.
Yep.
Did he get out of bounds?
No, he did not.
He did. They're saying now he did.
Oh.
Okay, no, they're stopping it for first down. You're
Yes.
right. And then they'll start the clock. The 20-yard line.
Here we go.
We're back in business.
1:55 on the 20.
Not time to panic. Just keep doing what you're doing. Dioria has stopped a gain of maybe a couple. Will the Lions take their 4th timeout? And they have not yet. They come to the line of scrimmage quickly. They have the play. And look for Camp Smith maybe to roll out here. Now it's a toss. Dioria cuts back, not much, couple of yards, timeout. 1:14, the Lions have taken a timeout. It's going to be 3rd down and 9. And they really need to complete a pass here, boy. They're close to Calenda's range.
Close to Calenda's range, right?
Yep.
Right.
But they've had some trouble snapping it and holding it. Full timeout for the Lions here.
If Coach Rich is thinking thinking field goal on 4th down, he may want to run something back this way to get a
middle
better
of the field
position on the field.
Right.
And obviously, I'm sure Haverhill is probably thinking the same thing. But
I think that a field goal right now would be about 37 yards
From
or
here,
so.
right.
If they don't get anything, it would be about 37.
Yeah. If they need to get to the 15, and that would make it a 32-yarder to match what Haverhill did. So at least the 15, folks.
All right, the Lions have their play on 3rd down. Eli Chimbakis has the football nice and dry. Here we go. Huge play in the game right here. We've had a game of a lot of huge plays in this game.
Johnson and Van Gelder split wide to the left.
Empty backfield.
And Haverhill's calling a timeout.
Yep. Yeah, they called a timeout. How many have they taken, Ron? That's 4 for Haverhill. Thank you. Let's see if the Lions come with a new. No, it's It's only a 30-second timeout, so not everybody can come to the sideline. That's what the official was directing.
Uh-huh. The scoreboard says Haverhill's only used 3 timeouts, but
yeah,
I don't know if they've changed it yet.
We'll go with that correct statistician.
Right, I agree.
Okay, Lions come out with the same look. Van Gelder's the go-to guy. They toss it inside to Van Gelder. He's
inside the 15, but not quite
not a first down. Now what do? You got to get a decision made here quickly. Timeout. Yeah, they took the timeout.
Yeah.
Okay, it's 4th down and 2.
But they're on the wide. They got the wide side to the right, which is a help for Jack.
Yep. I have a feeling that we're not going to see a field goal here. I think we're going to try to pick up the first down. Would you agree, Rob? First down?
Yeah.
I would too. Too difficult, wet field. They haven't executed. This is not the time to go for the field goal.
No.
They do need 2 yards. They need to get inside, to about the 11. Maybe almost to the 10.
10 and a half, yeah.
Almost to the 10.
Right.
As Rob just made a good point. We have used our 5th and last time out. So
Linda's going to try the field goal.
Oh, we're going to bring the field goal on?
Yes, he is.
Oh my goodness.
He's kicking
good
from
for Charlie.
Kicking from the 19, so we get
against the breeze.
39-yarder.
He's going to kick from the
19.
29-yard
field goal.
29-yard wind. And this is huge.
Whoop.
If they go field goal here. Good snap. Kick is up.
It's good.
Kick is good. Charlie Kalenda has tied the football game with 55 seconds to go with a 29-yard field goal, his 3rd of the season.
And that one had plenty of leg on it.
Wow. Did he drill that one?
Yes, he did. He drilled that. It's a good snap, good hold by Mike Colicchio.
Okay, we have 55 seconds to go, and then we could be looking at an overtime here. And overtime would consist of each team getting the ball at the 10-yard line. First and goal.
Here's a replay of the field goal. Good snap, good hold, lots of leg. Off the back wall.
Wow, that back wall has got to be a good 12 yards from the goalpost. Yeah. But there are 55 seconds to go. Haverhill has some people over there that are pretty explosive. How do we kick this thing now?
I'd kick it deep.
Kick it deep.
Yeah, their return hasn't been
great.
Really effective.
Nope, I agree. I would kick it deep. Let's see what the coaches decide. Boy, their stomachs must. My stomach is churning. Theirs must be really going up and down. Here is our field goal kicker, Kalenda. And he hits a high short kick, McGuire, at the 30 and secures the ball at the 29.
Right.
And that took only about 5 seconds off the clock, so 50 seconds to go. They have 71 yards in front of them. And find Mr. Javier quickly.
Yep.
We could be going to our first overtime of the season, and the first one since...
It's been a while.
It's been a long time. I think maybe since that Thanksgiving game with Bill Ricker.
All right.
Morgan. Football. Looks deep. Overthrows his receiver. Had a couple of guys breaking free, but well overthrown.
Right.
44 seconds. The Lions can't stop the clock here now, and I think Haverhill has only one timeout run.
They have one.
One, okay. So they have to try to take some deep strikes. The Lions need to protect the field now. Javier is to the right side. Morgan hands it off to Brady. Brady's running free. He's at the 40 and out of bounds at the 45.
Yeah.
Too much. 37 seconds. And again, they can be thinking field goal.
Sure, they can.
45-yard line. Here's our replay.
Brady cuts it back.
Nice vision of the field.
Yep.
Sees openings.
Lions got to think about keeping the ball inbounds.
Yep.
When they tackle, if possible.
Morgan sets up, fires deep, and caught.
By number 5, yes.
Yes, caught. What a circus catch.
On the 21,
Shane Roach.
23-yard line.
At the 23. Shane Roach, the clock stops. Well, first down, 30 seconds. Here's the replay.
That's just a nice catch here. Got behind the coverage.
Clock is ticking, and he spikes it with 26 seconds to go, 2nd and 10.
Yep.
That was a real fine throw and catch.
It was. He dropped it right in over the coverage. It's Rob was saying that they had double coverage on him.
Shane Roach, the receiver, 2nd and 10.
Okay, I think Morgan's going to be coming this way.
Haverhill still has one timeout. He brings 3
coverage.
receivers.
Oh,
offside.
Yes,
and they're going to move him back 5.
Definitely.
Yep. Haverhill back. And they were looking deep, I think.
They're looking deep. They have a lock-on coverage. Man for man.
The motion man beat the snap, so it's going to be 2nd and 15, but that's not the important part. Here's the replay. You could see the motion man just jumped the gun. But yards are important here in terms of field goal range.
Right.
We want the clock to go up a little bit. 16 seconds.
26.
26 seconds on the clock. Okay, 26 seconds to go. Lions are in the fight of their lives right now.
Yeah. Now.
He steps up, fires over the middle, wide open.
No, incomplete.
Wow. He was wide open, and he dropped it. Good hit on the defensive coverage.
Good solid hit in there. I don't know if it's.
Here it is.
This is the replay. This guy was in motion. This was the
that's the
procedure
one before
penalty. A replay coming up, perhaps, but Roach was open, but it was a good hit by either Dowry, or Marino.
It is now 3rd and 15. 19 seconds. Handoff, Brady, big hole up the middle. First down, yardage, field goal area. And they'll take their timeout. I'm sure they'll set the field goal up now.
Yeah, we got a first down.
Yep.
So they may run a play rather than do the field goal. To start with to get closer.
They took the timeout though. So
they did.
Yeah.
Okay.
15. They started with 55 seconds on the clock. They started this drive, and they have pushed it to the Chelmsford 11-yard line.
They could run a play and then spike it.
Yeah, they could.
And then do field goal.
Right.
On 3rd down.
Right. Big pickup by Chance Brady. He must be well over 100 yards.
Yes. Yeah, and if they go to kick it on 3rd down, if they get a bad snap, they can still have another down to try again.
Right. So I wouldn't be surprised if they just came up and kicked it right now. And the Lions can't take a timeout to ice the kicker. Our pleasure. All right, here comes Haverhill to the line of scrimmage. They don't have the kicker in right now, so they are going to run a play first.
They may come over here to Javier. They're going to have single coverage. They've been successful
they got
throwing it this way.
3 to the left and Javier to the right, and I bet they're coming right.
Or draw.
Coming right.
No, this is a
caught for the touchdown.
nothing you can
Javier,
do.
the touchdown.
No, mismatch. Yeah. Right.
He just cannot be single covered, and he was again. And
Yeah.
Haverhill with 7 seconds. Here's the replay.
And it's a good catch.
That's the run that set up the play, the touchdown.
Right. Yeah, that was the.
Here it is. No, guess we don't have it. All right, Haverhill will line up and go for 2 here. Only 7 seconds to go, though. They're going to kick it.
Yeah.
Yep. 29-23. This is going to be a huge victory for Haverhill if, in fact, it does stand. He kicks it. It's 30-23 with 7 seconds to go. And Haverhill is going to come out of this, no doubt, with
a
big victory, and we're going to take a break. How can you single cover the kid?
No flag.
Berman, Haverhill has to cover the kickoff, and this game will be over. I want to thank, as always, Tom Peterson, Dan Sylvia, a cast of thousands, all the students that helped to put on this program, this game. Terrific job in the rain. And Haverhill now just needs to cover the kickoff. Credit to Haverhill. They came back from a 20-7 deficit, and they did a really decent job. And the ball is on the field to Dioria. He has nowhere to go, trying to get out of bounds, but nothing doing. And he's driven out. The game is over. The Haverhill Hillies have upset the Lions. Their 10-game MVC win streak is now history, and a huge victory for Haverhill. And a referee still standing down here, so I'm not sure the game is over. The referee is still here.
Yeah, he's just on control.
Okay.
He's just crowd control.
Yeah. Okay, the game is over.
Yep.
The Lions had some opportunities, but credit Haverhill, Rob. They did an excellent job.
Coming in, we knew they were tough. They've been playing very well. They've really expanded since 2 years ago when they wouldn't even play in the Merrimack Valley. Saturday, I told you guys, we don't play well on Saturdays, and we don't play well in Haverhill Stadium. I've been in Chelmsford High football since 1979, and not many good things have happened here. And so kudos to Haverhill. They did a great job.
They did a great job. They executed when they had to. A key field goal to tie, to go ahead, and then a key field goal by Charlie Calenda to tie it back up, but then Haverhill came right back with 55 seconds.
That was a very, very good drive.
It was.
With only 55 seconds to go.
Right.
You just have to say congratulations.
Yeah, excellent catch by Roach down the middle.
Here are the predictions. None of them, of course, very good. I guess Howie was the closest.
I had
but
the 27. It was. I was looking good there for a while. But
it was. Congratulations to Haverhill. Thanks, everybody. We'll be in Chelmsford Friday night for North Andover.
Right.
And we hope you enjoyed this game. We enjoyed bringing it to you. Good night.
Good night.